Today we're going to be taking a look at two more kits from Greenstrawberry for the Constitution class refit. One is the impulse engines and the other is the intercooler assembly, and this is for the AMT 1537 scale USS Enterprise refit. First up, we'll take a look at the intercooler parts because there's only a few parts for it, 4 in total. So let's get inside the box and show you what these pieces look like. Here's the instruction sheet. It's pretty simple. It's just the 4 parts. 2 for the outside, 2 for the inside, and then it shows you down on the bottom over here what you have to cut out and how you replace them, and it's a pretty simple task to do these. These are the 4 intercooler parts from Greenstrawberry that replace the kit part, and as you can see, they're molded and cast very, very nicely as always. You don't even have to cut the pour stubs off. There is a little notch here. I'm not sure what that's for. It's probably to keep it in place, the depth when you put it into the new part. But we're going to compare this part here with the kit part. This looks really nice. It's raised, it's got more depth to it. So I'm thinking that may be the only real difference, but we'll take a look and see. Here's the kit supplied part. This is the bad part about white on camera. You're not gonna be able to see. It's kind of just raised ribs over here. Plus it has that Aztecing or paneling, whatever you want to call it in here. So it's gonna be easy to get rid of that once we take out this part. Like I said, this is just like up and kind of you run your fingernail over it and it's just ridges. This part here that we're gonna replace it with, it is up, but it has more depth to it. It looks more like a heat sink and it has much better detail to it. So the shape is actually better on this one here. It's hard to tell the shape over here. It's bigger and more rounded. This one definitely has a better shape, and this will fit in here very, very nicely. Here's a couple pictures right now of this piece actually being used on the kit itself. This way you can see the difference with it in there. So that's it on this part. There's really not that much. It's quick, simple. Just be careful cutting out the piece over here and sliding that one in and gluing it in place, and you're pretty much good to go with that. Let's take a look at the next set. We're gonna pop into this box now for the 1537 scale Constitution class refit impulse engines. This has a little more in it, and this is actually item number 12021. I forgot to give you the item number for this one, and that's item number 12521. Right now, this is out of stock, so keep an eye out for it if you're looking for this piece. Let's jump in the box. As always with Greenstrawberry, it shows you what's in the box up top. The little key up here tells you where to remove stuff. The red is to remove, so you'll take all that off. And then over here, it shows you what to do and how to assemble it. This is the piece on the kit itself that you're gonna remove the whole thing. You're going to be adding on the impulse engines over here. I think that's the dilithium crystal if I'm right. I always get my terminology wrong. And then you have a few photo etch parts to put over here. So let's take a look at those parts. And here's our pieces that come in the package. We have the photo etch set for the impulse engines. We also have 3 clear pieces. We have blocks of red for the impulse engine, so you don't have to light block those. We also have the dilithium crystal, I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. And we also have the impulse deck. So let's take a look at these pieces one by one. And here's our photo etch grills for the back of the impulse deck. You can see the slots in them. This way you can light that up and it gives it that nice grill effect. Very simple 2 pieces to add on, and it'll add a little extra detail to the impulse engines. Before we move on to the impulse deck, here is the actual piece they give you for the impulse engines on the kit itself. This is smooth, absolutely no detail here. The middle pattern is a little chunky and not well etched in there. So this part we're going to be able to replace with the kit provided parts from Greenstrawberry. Next up, we're going to take a look at the clear parts. This is the red block over here, and we also have another red block over here. This one's a little clearer, but I still would hit these with either Future or a clear varnish, such as Mr. Super Clear Gloss or something like that, just to get them a little glossier, make them look a little bit better. And that grading that we just saw from the photo etch will go over these, and it gives it that nice effect with the light coming through. And here's the dilithium crystal. I know that's absolutely wrong, so you guys can bash me in the comments below. But this is another nice clear piece that you're gonna be able to light up. You can dry brush over here along the ribbing on top, and it's suited for lighting. You can see it's clear here. And again, if you want to make it glossier, you can hit it with a gloss coat or some Future. Get that a little bit brighter than it is, and that'll look really nice lit up. Okay, you guys could still correct me in the comments below, but I had to go look it up. Looking it up, it says this is the plasma deflection assembly. So I'm gonna go with that, but if you guys know if that's correct or if it's wrong, just let me know. So let's look at the actual impulse assembly. Now this is the replacement part for the upper half of the saucer. This is the impulse deck assembly here. We have the blue crystal would go in here. There's a little flash in there, but that's no big deal. And there's actually a little flash on the bottom of here, so I can't really get it in there until I shave that down. There are a few blocks that you'll have to take off. You'll have to take this block off carefully, and you'll have to take out some of the flash in here. But again, that's no big deal. The major thing is that you're going to have to do surgery to the top half of your saucer to fit this in. This has very nice sculpting over here and also nice engraved detail over here, and especially the ribbing in here. So let me show you the upper saucer compared to this. Again, sorry about the white, it really never comes out that well. But here's that assembly up top. We're gonna change with the clear piece here, and you can see that the dome is very big on here, and this is actually a lower profile dome on here. So that'll get changed out and look better. There's a little bit of ribbing, it feels like, on the inside, and this is a lot deeper. And let me show you the parts side by side. These are the parts side by side. You can tell the big difference between the both of them. This part here is raised pretty high, where this one's more of a low profile, where you're gonna get that low profile with the crystal in here. This also has all the parts on it in one shot to put it in like that. The detailing on the back is also better. The detailing on this one is raised over here, and this is all engraved panel lines over here. This actually has more detailing. This is more like a rectangle, and then kind of like a half arrow over here. This has the same thing, but it's a little chunky over here where these are cleaner lines. This looks a lot better. So just remember, if you're gonna do this piece, this is where you're gonna have to cut this out over here very, very carefully and replace it with the other part. I do have a video from when I was doing this before if you wanna go check that out. There's a playlist on the 1/537 scale Enterprise. You can see what I did in the past, and I'm gonna do over again. And again, I just wanna show you, this is where the red pieces are gonna go in the impulse deck. You gotta cut these little blocks off. But here's a few pictures of these pieces being used on the kit. This way you know exactly what you're gonna get. Thanks for stopping by and checking out these products from Greenstrawberry. If you're interested in these or any other Greenstrawberry products, please go over to greenstrawberry.cz. That link is in the description below, and check out what they got. They got tons and tons of stuff. Again, thank you for coming to check out our videos. If you like what you're seeing, please hit that thumbs up button. It tells the algorithm you like this and it spreads it to more modelers. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the HLI family. And on one of these sides, all these guys and gals that are streaming by, they help out the site. They're members of the site. It helps with our giveaways, our sites, and all that other stuff. We really appreciate your donations. You guys are HLI, not me. It's all about you. That's why we do what we do. And it's spooky time, so if you see what's going on behind me, we're having our annual Halloween group build. If you haven't joined up yet, come over to hobbylinkinternational.com or just go in the description below. A link to the rules will be there. You still have some time and hopefully you'll get in. And then on October 31st, we'll have our Halloween live stream and your pictures will be in there. So we hope to see all you guys and gals in that live stream. And if you don't know, come visit us on Wednesdays and Saturday nights around 7 p.m. Eastern time for our live streams. Thanks again, everybody, for everything you do for HobbyLink International. We'll see you all soon. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves out there. Be good, take care, and bye-bye, everybody.